Hi guys, this is the Anarchist. Please like, subscribe, check out my other videos. Today I'm doing a deck profile of my GODSWORN deck. It's my most favourite deck ever at the moment. I find it insanely fun. It's very consistent in real life. On Yugioh Pro, every deck is like inconsistent or in times, because you'll get those ones where it will give you all your high level monsters. This time it is in real life though. I've never had this like once maybe, and that's because I open with like 3 Judgment Dragons, which isn't a bad thing in my mind, because you can always get out of it because you always draw a lightsworn, and as soon as you have a lightsworn, your hand is live, because every single boss monster in this deck can come out when you've got lights or darks and stuff in your grave. This GODSWORN, so it's lightsworn dragon rulers and the chaos engine. Very fun, very consistent, very aggressive. You don't play all but one defensive card in this deck, and that defensive card is Gauze, which isn't really defensive, and I'll explain it when I get there. Check out my binders. If you have Duelist Alliance cards, check out my latest binder. The skill drain is gone now, but the rest of it's still there, I think. But yeah, check them out, because I want Felice and the ritual card, Sapphira. So yeah, please check them out, because I want them. I'm trying to build a ritualsworn. But anyway, on with the profile. 3 Judgment Dragon. No more said, really. It's your main boss monster. It nukes the field. It's the best card ever. 3 Lumina. That was for rank 3 plays, level 6 synchros. What else was it? Level 7 synchros, level 9 synchros, and level 10 synchros. Because you can go Lumina, Lumina, Raiden or Minerva, Lumina, Raiden or Minerva, Lumina, Raiden or Minerva. It gets pretty nutty when you play these, so it's very good. Have I just shuffled? Never mind. Yeah, and I play 3 Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn, because Raiden is great. He's a tuner, level 4, mills 4. What more do you need to say? He speeds up the deck no end, being able to mill 4. I play 3 Lila, because Lila, some people drop it down to 2. I don't know why. I would rather have a Lila than like most. I'd rather have a dead hand with a Lila than any other lightsworn, really, because Lila, you summon it, you destroy one of the spell traps in the back row, which is always good, and she goes in defense, so stops OTKs because they have to waste an attack or some of their resources on her. Now for the one-offs, I play a Garroth, because it lets you draw and he's pretty big. If you don't know what he does, look it up. I play a Wolf. If I had a Felice, oh yeah, I'd like a Felice also. If I had a Felice, I would possibly play her, but I'd probably side deck Wolf at that point, because Wolf is more an aggressive one because of his large attack of 2/1, but Felice is just better because she mills and stuff. So Wolf I like, but I'd probably side deck him if I had a Felice, or main deck and side deck Felice, it all depends. Play an Eren, because anything that's set you get around, be it shadows, they will get their flip effect but not their graveyard effect. Helps a lot. I actually might consider upping that because of shadows and stuff if I played them in real life more. But yeah. What else? She also works for like Yugioh, Ghost Tricks, load of other stuff. She's just amazing, and against troll decks that'll set like stupidly high defense monsters and stall you out. Final countdown, etc., whatever else. I play a Jane, because Jane is big. She becomes like a 21 when she attacks. Play a Minerva, because she's a level 3 tuner, gives you an extra mill. Yeah, she's not the best lightsworn, but she's not bad by any means. Probably the second best one-off, I think. Maybe just behind Garroth or this guy. This is my favourite one-off lightsworn, Graganith. It's a dragon, so it's an extra dragon ruler target, because I used to play dragon ruler lightsworn and I found I ran out of dragon targets so quickly, which made it inconsistent. But this guy, he only needs one. This guy is a lightsworn, name in your grave. He's a dragon target, and I have one Jules where I've tribute summoned for him and beat them down with the 3006 or 700 attack Graganith, and that's how I've won the game. It's quite slow, but it worked. I prefer him to Celestia because I play the Dragon Rulers. If I didn't play the Dragon Rulers, I would probably play Celestia, but I just think he works so well with them. I play 3 Light Ray Diablos because Light Ray Diablos It can be banished by Eclipse Wyvern. He can banish out your Eclipse Wyvern. He's level 7, so allows a synchro play with another tech card I'll use when I get there. He also works with the Dragon Rulers. What more do you need? I play 3 Eclipse Wyvern. Amazing. Banish out Judgment Dragon. Banish him. This guy. Then get Judgment Dragon to hand and stuff. Also, if you set him, because you have a dead hand, people think he's a Raikou or a Shadow or something set. Some special flip effect card, and therefore will try and play around it as really. People will go to the ends of the earth to play around a set Eclipse Wyvern, and then the next turn, if they haven't killed it, you can just laugh in their face of you wasted all of your resources to try and not destroy him, and now I can punish you for it. I play the 3 Dragon Rulers because it's GODSWORN, which is Dragon Ruler, Lightsworn, and Chaos, all built into one. But you don't play Redox because he's got low attack. You mostly use Blaster and Tidal. Tempest is only because Tempest is Tempest. It's just a backup. Favourite tech card ever: Sinister Sprocket, level 1 Dark Tuner. With the effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon of a dark synchro monster, i.e. Beals, you destroy 1 face-up spell or trap. Works on Pendulums, Skill Drain, because I hate Skill Drain in this deck. Goes with the Light Ray Diablos, it will make a Beals from, or any other level 8 synchro. You can do it with a Dragon Ruler, probably easier, and you will make, I like to, a lot of people will go, banish out 2 Eclipse Wyverns, get 2 Judgment Dragons to the hand, and have the, Dragon Rule out on field, and then summon a Judgment Dragon and nuke over it. I think that's a waste. It's basically a neg one in my mind. I would so much rather summon the Dragon Ruler, summon him, make a Stardust Spark or a Beals, I prefer Beals, pop one of their face-up spell or traps that may be a Skill Drain or anything annoying because he activates in the grave, have a Beals on board, which can't be destroyed by Judgment Dragon, then special summon the Judgment Dragon and have up to 12,000 attack. So, yeah, I play Honest because it's a Lightsworn deck and it's mostly lights. I do have a card, a certain trap card, that lets me spam this in the battle phase. I will explain it when I get there. Gauze is my best friend. He's the only defensive card I play in this deck, possibly other than Honest, but yeah. You're not really defensive because you can Curry Bandit, Excavate 5, and then next turn everybody attacks you when you have an open field, or we'll just end there, and either way it's a win-win. But if they attack you and stuff, you can just drop him, and it means Curry Bandit is never a bad card. Some people dislike Curry Bandit because it leaves you have no field presence. With Gauze, you have no worries about that. I play a Blackluster Soldier because he's always a threat. I play a few Darks, I play a load of Lights. He's another light for your Light Ray Diablos, and you can win games just with him because attack twice or banish a card or whatever else. And I think he's a level 8 or something, and he's just there, and you can't. He's never ever not a threat, and he's almost never dead as well because you usually have a Dark in the grave. But I play a Chaos Sorcerer because if I could, I'd play 2 Blackluster Soldiers and drop him, but I can't. That's literally it. And I play 2 Curry Bandits because I now have them, and I've explained Gauze. And keeping your spell and traps alive is like key. I only have 6 spell and traps, so I don't particularly want to lose them. But why I play so few is so that they don't really matter, and when I mill, I very rarely mill a spell or trap, so it improves the consistency of dropping Judgment Dragon so much. Skill Drain kind of hurts the deck as pretty much everything is a monster effect. I play 3 Solar Recharge. It's Lightsworn, you have to, it's your draw power engine. I play Charge the Light Brigade. I play Mystical Space Shuffling because I hate like Quill-offs and everything else. It's just something that you can pop the back row, because when you know that they've just gone playing trap tricks or something and they've just searched their bottomless trap hole and you've got a Judgment Dragon in hand, you're like, if I can play this off, I can win the game. You really don't want to be able to go, if I summon him, he's just going to get banished, I've lost, because it's just not going to work. And this is my only trap card, Beckoning Light. Beckoning Light, you set it, wait a turn, chain it in the battle phase to their attack, then grab Honest, which you've milled to the grave, and then laugh when they're attacking your Lumina in attack mode. You've left out on the field because you've used up all the rest of it, and you've got her on the field to mill. You get your Honest back to hand, and they've attacked. As you're not changing anything yet in the battle phase, they don't get to choose whether to attack or not again, and you just then drop the Honest, because the damage step is after you've chained that. So you can chain that, get Honest and any other Judgment Dragons back to your hand, and you can get multiple Judgment Dragons back to your hand, and you're Honest. So you can deal a huge amount of damage with Honest to your opponent, annoy the hell out of them and stop them doing anything for a turn, because Lumina will gain the damage boost for the turn, and you can get everything else back. I don't know why people... I know why some people play Monster Reincarnation. It's because you can do it in your turn, but sometimes I don't mind waiting the turn just to have the perfect setup, where you go, oh, I've got my hand and I've got I don't know, you've got multiple solar recharges and you've got a few cards left in your deck, and you just want those 3 Judgment Dragons you have in the grave and your 2 Diablos, or whatever, 3 Diablos, and you've got like 4 cards in your hand. You can set him, get your 3 Judgment Dragons back, and next turn laugh in their face as you go, Judgment, Judgment, Judgment. Now for the extra deck, I play 2 rank 3s, Leviair and Wind Up Zen main. You pretty much have to play Leviair, because it's just getting back anything that gets banished. Very good for if they start banishing with like Soul Release or lightsworn names, because you can just bring them back. And Zen mains is because if you've gone Lumina, and then summon Judgment Dragon and stuff, you can overlay the Luminas and stuff, and have something that just lives on after your Judgment Dragon. For the rank 4s, I play Yugioh Cowboy. You would not believe how many games that 800 damage burns just helps so much. Also gets over 3,000 attack monsters, and it will kill Ophion. I don't like Ophion. Steel Swarm Roach, because for the mirror match it stops Judgment Dragon being played for any lightsworn one or anything with level 5 or higher. It's just like a stall thing, and it just stops them getting Judgment Dragon out. Diamond Direwolf, for when they've got something on the field that just negates effects, you can just summon him, tribute himself, and blow something up. It's so good. Number 11, Big Eye. I have one, so I'm definitely going to play it, because I'm playing the Dragon Rulers and the Light Ray Diablos to make him. Not really much more being said. If I had a Dracosac, I'd swap him in for this guy. I don't have a Felground either when I get to it, but this guy's number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. He is an OTK in himself, though. I don't know if I drop him for Dracosac. I'd find something else, possibly Leviair or something. But 2 level 7s, summon him in defense because he has 3,000 defense, and then detach 1 or 2, and then detach 2 Xyz material, and summon up to 4 2,000 attack tokens. So you can go detach, summon 4 2,000 attack tokens, and guess what? That's 8,000 damage. If somebody has just drawn, ended their turn, or you know that back row is a bluff, or you've destroyed it with MSTs and stuff, and summon him, you've got 8,000 in damage in 1 card. Of course I'm going to play him. He is an amazing common. I actually have some for trade. If I had a Felground, I'd probably swap it out for this guy, but this is a Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord Heliopolis. Because when you've summoned Judgment Dragons, if they've stopped them, you don't really want to have 12 mils in 1 turn by 3 Judgment Dragons. You can overlay 2 of them into this guy and still get 4 mils and stuff, or get rid of the other Judgment Dragon somehow. But you can overlay into this guy, and this guy's sort of like a mini Judgment Dragon, because you can tribute monsters and destroy stuff. So yeah. Now for the synchros, I play Catastorm, because Sinister Sprocket and any level 4 makes a Catastor. I have actually done that. If I had an Armides, I'd probably play Armides over Catastor, but I play 2 Michael, the Arc Lightsworn, because he's like amazing with riding and stuff. And you only need 2, because if you summon one, can't pick it up. Summon one, it gets destroyed. You do stuff. Then summon the other, gets destroyed. You bring back the other one. the other Michael, and therefore you can recycle them continually. I play a Black Rose because Black Rose is another nuke, and I play so many nukes in this deck. Everything is a boss monster, and being able to bait out all of their back row by going Black Rose, destroy the field, and then go Judgment, 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 and you can just laugh at them, because if they negate the Black Rose, they've used up their only negate for Judgment Dragon, and if they don't negate the Black Rose, you've got a clean field and can Judgment Dragon. I play a colossal fighter because I play a few warriors, and in battle he's like indestructible, and you can just attack, and loop him out, and he doesn't die by battle. Just doesn't. Favourite level 8 synchro Beals, just Dragon Ruler or Diablos and Sinister Sprocket. So good, so good. He lives through Judgment Dragon, which is invaluable. Stardust Dragon. Not really much more to be said. It stops Judgment Dragon. I've said something. And I play a Red Dragon Archfiend because he stops all the ones where they set a load of stuff in defense. He'll like stop it. So, and he's 3000 attack. So if you can't do a Beals, you can do something else. I also and I have like some of the best tokens ever. I play Bulbasaur, Japanese Pokemon card, and 2 Scythers alternate arts. They're just awesome fun. They're like, I like Bulbasaur, it's a cool card. But yeah, that's my profile. Like, subscribe, comment. Any tips for me? I'm always accepting tips. Check out my binders, especially if you went to the sneak peeks or got any Duelist Alliance, because I want to build Ritualsworn. So if you have any of them Saphiras, or the Djinn Demolisher or Destroyer of Rituals, or Djinn Releaser of Rituals, which is a rare from another set, and if you have a Manju of the Thousand Hands, also a Prohibition of Rites. Well, check out my binder, because in the description there it's got a list of all the stuff I want. But yeah, so, the Anarchist,